Hello, everybody, and welcome, Susan. Welcome, all of
Welcome.
you in the chat. Happy 2022, a
Happy
sixth year.
2022.
Ooh wee. So I wrote down a couple things about a 6 year. Um, the repeating twos um, are very powerful, and they're intensified by the zero that's in the 2022. You need to have patience. You need to work on partnerships and diplomacy, peacekeeping, nurturing, but know that the whole year is meant for us to expand and be successful in care and more importantly, self-care. And Susan and I were just talking about self-care. So I'm going to let her talk for a little while because I think it's something we all need, including me and including Susan. Yeah.
I don't want you guys. I feel like I've put a few community posts up and videos about this, but I'm going to say it once again because
It's a
it's
good
really
reminder.
important. And it's
Yep.
something that I find that even though I've done a lot of work on myself, I still find little bits of this in my life. And I think, my God, I am doing it, right? I am doing
Mm-hmm.
what I preach to people not to do, but it's so hard to catch. Sometimes we have blind spots. But I will just say this. What my guides just told me this morning is that when we use our light to brighten others' lives, whether it's family, coworkers, spouse, whoever, when we use our light to brighten their life and their light, it dims our light because we're not replenishing it,
Right.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
as that light dims in us, we're not able to brighten their lives so much anymore. And
Right.
then sometimes they react like, oh, what's wrong with you? And you're giving everything you can give, you're doing everything you can do. And yet they come to you and say, what's the matter with you? You let me down, or you're just
Mm-hmm.
not being as productive at work. And you're thinking, there's nothing left to
I
give
know.
here. I don't know what else to do. If you
Right.
find yourself saying that, you're overgiving. You've extinguished your light almost to help others without replenishing your light. So going into 2022, I just put a post on my community board that said, crack the door open to self-love
There you go.
so that you can bring more into you. And then when you emit that beautiful light out, it's really going to help people. But my God, people, we have to refill our cups. The last 3 years, and God knows the last 2 years have been incredibly hard on our
Mm-hmm.
psyche, on our energy. We
Yep.
just don't even know it yet because we're still living in this uncertainty. And so we don't really know, we don't really realize how much we've been through. We really don't. So please take some time and get the Reiki, get the massage, get the manicure, the pedicure, the haircut, sound healing. I love sound healing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Go take a walk in nature, plan a trip, even if it's a car, just a short car ride somewhere. What can you do nice for yourself? What can you do nice for yourself? What is that for you? So it could be something that costs $0.
Yep.
So that's it. That's what I would say.
That's
Yes,
it.
Cindy P, being a teacher, I think teachers and nurses, you guys are literally our new soldiers, right? We've brought our soldiers back from Afghanistan. We're not at war, but yet here we are in America at war, and our new soldiers are teachers and nurses because you guys are on the front lines. Nobody's supporting you. Nobody's listening to you when you say, hey, we got a problem here. The place is on fire, and no
Right.
one's listening. So I just feel like my heart goes out to you guys so much. It really does. And we're going to have to fix that when you guys, and guess what? Guess who makes up teachers and nurses? Women. when
Mostly.
when you
Yeah.
women decide you've had enough and walk out of those careers in even bigger numbers than you are now,
Mm-hmm.
society's
Mm-hmm.
going to have to deal with that. Society is going
They
to have to deal with that.
they will. Thank you, Susan. I think it doesn't really matter how many times we've heard it. If we're not reminded of it, then we tend to, and Susan and I are the same. If we're not reminded of it, then it really, we're not walking our talk either. If we're saying that we're spiritual people, then we need to take care of ourselves in order to give more to others. And so, yes, thank you, Susan. That was beautiful. And I agree with you 100%. I do. It's very, very important. And when you work with other people in a symbiotic relationship, hopefully you're working with also with people that give as much as they take. There's a real good energy exchange. This is why I feel like people that, for instance, readers, for you particularly, or for others, even if that is only a good word or a good thought or sending light or something like that, you're making that energy exchange, and it becomes very valuable to you and the other. And you're not stealing anything from anybody, if you know what I mean, as far as energy goes as well. So thank you so much.
Oh.
I just want to shout out here to a few people. There's so many, I can't shout out to everybody, but thank you all for being here, including our wonderful moderators. And hopefully, some of you have also been able to see Andrea Galvin's in Everyday Shamanism on my channel. She's fabulous. If you get a chance, she is here today, and she is a proud warrior, a warrioress, I guess is the best word. All right, so I've got your questions today from the community board, and I'm going to start. And the first one is from Courtney Cooper. If I can get it up. It's kind of a long one, but she is a single mom with 3 kids. The youngest is autistic, and the older 2 are on the spectrum. So she's got some challenges here. Their father is a functioning alcoholic, extremely neglectful, but he's also a toxic when he deals with them. So she's just wondering if things will get better for her and her babies, and perhaps maybe any other information that could help things get better for her and her babies. I don't know. And her name is Courtney.
Hi, Courtney. God bless you, dear. I don't know if you're in the chat, or hopefully if you're not, you'll watch this at some point to get your message. I can tell you that you have a lot of angelic energy around you. You really
Wow.
do. I don't know if you have a mother in spirit, or a mother figure, maybe a grandmother who was maybe a little bit important in your younger life. There seems to be an older woman who was just a respite for you in your younger life, someone who you could go and take a break and have just a nice, normal childhood, sort of. So anyway, that person is with you. They're guiding you. They're helping you. And what does 2022 bring you? I mean, unfortunately, Courtney, if none of us do anything, then why would we expect something new to change, right? I mean, I don't see your husband changing. I don't see that. I don't see your situation changing that much. I think you have an incredible ability to deal with bad situations, right? And unfortunately, that makes you a superhuman and a super mama, because I know you run interference between your husband and the kids. And I know you do everything you can for them. And I know that you really have superhuman powers. But unfortunately, what that does for us, people like you, is that it allows you to stay in situations much longer than any other human could do, because everybody else would just be cratered and crumbled and sick. But not you. You're superhuman. Really, you are. I'm not making this a smile. So
Yeah.
you're going to be in that situation a little bit longer. Now, in the future, I don't see it being tenable. To be honest with you, I know you know this, but I don't see you being able to stay in this situation with the kids and your husband. I just think, look, January, we're all getting this activation energy. I feel it. I'm feeling lifted up. I'm feeling activated to do something new.
Yep.
I think you're going to be feeling it too. And I think by May, June, July, you're going to be looking for solutions. Okay. I think you're going to be looking for solutions. That might mean a way to move out of this relationship, out of this house, out of this situation. Again, a woman, a mother figure sort of appears or becomes available to you. This could be a friend. It could be someone that you haven't even met yet, but someone who offers a hand. Okay. So I think that you are a very strong person. And I think that you're a very bright person. I think you're a very smart person. So I think at some point, something's just going to click. It's just going to click and you're going to be like, I'm done. Okay.
Yeah.
And you are supported. If you do that, I want you to understand you are supported. You will land on your feet. Everything will be okay. If you decide to move forward and move out of this situation, everything will end up being okay. That's the message for you.
That's wonderful. I don't have my cards with me. I'm stuck on one side of the island here from the other between a bridge with 65-mile-an-hour winds. So I don't have any, but I do want to say that just as Andrea was posting this, I was thinking to say that there are 12-step programs for people who are dealing with alcoholics. What is it?
Al-Anon.
Right, for people who have to deal with them. And Andrea is saying now they have the Zoom meetings, so you don't have to find a time to have somebody take care of your kids. Maybe you can do it when they're sleeping or watching television or something, but you do need the community. You need the community, and to know that you have a safe place to go and a safe place to speak. And I'm sure there are other ones as well, but yes, absolutely. And she says meetings are free, and so is all the information for you. So, yeah, I think that's very important. So
and
thank
those
you.
people might be that hand that I'm seeing. I'm seeing
Maybe.
someone offer you a hand. It might be that one of those people from one of those groups that say, I have a garage apartment. I have a spare room. I have a house. Who knows, right?
Right.
Listen, we can't even understand the magnitude that our guides and angels will go to help us if we just allow them. We don't need to know all the answers.
That's
we
right.
just need to have faith that they're coming.
Yeah. So we send you out lots of love, Courtney, for you and your children. And thank you to those in the chat that have already done so. And I just want to send you lots and lots of love. So thank you very much. All right. Let's see here. The next one we have is from Becca Walmsley. And I'm liking this because I'm seeing people that we haven't really seen before. I'm sure I've seen them in the chat, but not in the question form. I feel like I'm being guided to start my own business, but I'm struggling to determine which route. Do you have any assistance from her guides or angels or ancestors? She's asking specifically, what should I be doing if I start a business on my own?
Well, Becca, there's what you want and what you're good at. And I don't know that you understand. You may or may not understand what you're good at. You're actually good. I don't know if you're in the chat, but you're actually good at organizing things and you're good at numbers. But I think that you also want to do something more creative and or healing. So those things are all things I would look towards. Now, if you wanted to open your, it's great to be organized. And now when I say organized, I know you're laughing. Some people think I'm seriously, oh, great, Becca. Let us know what you think. But some people think I'm organized. I'm only organized in certain areas. I'm a Virgo, but I'm a bad Virgo, right? I'm organized in certain parts of my life and other parts I'm not. So it's just, but there are some parts of your life, Becca, that you are organized, that you can take a lot of different things and sort of put them together and package them up. And that's valuable. You're also good with, you've got the ability to do the business kind of thing. So if you're interested in something creative or something in the healing arts, those things are highlighted for you. I also think that you are a self-starter. I think when you have energy, you feel like go, 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 go. And then it sort of cuts off on you. And then you need time to rest and relax. And I think that sometimes that can confuse you, but that's just you. That's just your nature. Sometimes you just need time to rest and relax. And then other times you're like, go, go, go. I feel like you're probably feeling this activation energy that I think majority of us are feeling right now. So hopefully those things make sense to you. If you have another quick question and you want to throw it on there really quickly, I might be able to. You're great with numbers, terrible organization. Haha, very interested in healing and helping others. Okay. that's the thing. I know you're a giver. I can feel the giving energy in your energy. I think you do. I think you're better organization than you think. Again, it's different areas. Okay. Okay. Here's my advice. Okay. Here's their advice. So if you become a massage therapist or a Reiki or some sort of healer, which is fine, I need you to hustle, girlfriend. Don't just get in somebody's business. Don't like go work for a company, or because you're just going to get kind of lost. But I think that if you set a goal and said, I need to do this, I need to get this many new clients this month, you would do it. So the advice is, you have a hard time interpreting messages. We all do, for our own guides. It's really, really hard. Our ego gets in the way. Use the pendulum, use the cards, and then, take a class. Everybody has classes right now. I mean, everybody. I have a class. Yeah. Danny have a class. Kim at Intuitive View has a class. Everybody has a class. Take a class, because it's going to help you get in touch with your psychic abilities. And that's the reason I said that was because then you're going to get readings all the time. When you're taking classes, you're working with other people and you're constantly reading. So it can be really helpful during a time of change to take a class, if nothing else, just to get up readings from other people and for you to give them readings.
Yep. Sounds good. Becca, try that if you can. And they're not unreasonably priced, honestly. They're very reasonable. So
yeah, they're all pretty reasonably priced. Yeah.
Very true. Yeah. Okay. Thank
you.
On
Zoom. They're all on
They're
Zoom.
on Zoom. Yeah.
So Medium Kim, you don't have to go. Shay, they have a class on shaman coming up. I have a class on spirit guides coming up. You can look at it on my website, which is Susan Lynn, www.susanlynnmedium.com. And Kim at Intuitive View has a mediumship and psychic class starting soon. Jen at Jen's World Tarot does soul contracts classes. Take your pick.
Yeah, sounds good. And hello, speaking of Jen's World.
Oh, did she just pop in?
She did. She just did. Yeah.
Awesome.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everybody, actually.
Happy New
I'm just
Year.
really happy. We got a fresh start, even though time is an illusion and we just made up when the first New Year when the New Year would be here. We all needed it at this point. We need to sever one and start another. We got a question from Mims, and I think we may have to, she realizes it's a huge question. Actually took up three things here, but let's see what we can do. She wonders about 2022. And maybe we can just focus on the first quarter because it's so big. But she says, I know it's the energy of the now and that everything's changeable. Of course, we're looking for hope, illumination, and the way to a higher vibration. She wants to know what it is that we see in our connection with spirit. And I ask anybody else in the chat if you would like to also post what you see. The glimpse of the energies that we're dealing with at this point. So, thanks for the question, Mims.
Good to see you, Mims. Look, the most important thing that I can tell everybody, literally, I want to jump off my seat because this is the energy that they're giving me about it, is this activation energy. Whatever reason, whether it's astrological or I don't know where it's coming from, but I've been predicting it for months. It's here. January's here. We are on the launch pad. Right. And what you need to know, forget the rest of the year because it doesn't matter. Because you know what? Whatever you do this month is going to tell you.
Set the tone. Yeah.
It's your roadmap. You've got the map out right now. And it's open. And you can go anywhere. Now, where are you going to go? Okay. Not only that, but January has this activation energy that's going to get you there faster. It's not like 2021, which was like walking through waist deep mud. You couldn't get anything done. Everything you did, you redid it, or it got undone, or it was wrong. I mean, it was just a trial. The whole year was a trial. 2022 is not a trial. You got out of the mud, and now somebody has put you on a crotch rocket and you're about to get launched. So
Really?
what's important is to look at the map and think, am I going to concentrate on what? Raising my vibration, being happier, spreading light and love, starting a new hobby, starting a new job, going back to school, moving, maybe challenging my own views on something, working on myself to find out where I'm stuck, working on your fears. What fear do you have? Whatever fear you have about anything is the place you should start, because that's a block. If you can get rid of that fear or work through it or at least acknowledge it, you're going to open up 1,000 doors to new, beautiful things. So what when I say fear, I mean, it could be a fear of flying, but it could also be a fear of being alone, right? It could also be a fear of starting that new business, right? It could be a fear of talking up, speaking up for yourself, right? Really spend some time thinking about, boy, what scares me? Write it down, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So, those are things. So the last thing I would say is, because of this activation thing, whatever thoughts we have about ourselves are going to be personified and amplified. So if you're saying to yourself, gosh, Susan, you shouldn't have eaten that cheese. You shouldn't have had donuts for breakfast. When are you going to learn? Look, I'm not over here preaching from the pulpit. I'm down in the pew with you. I have probably 5 pounds of lettuce in the refrigerator that's gone bad. You know what I mean? It's like, I just keep thinking, if I buy the lettuce, sooner or later, I'm going to eat it. You know what I mean? I just give myself
Absolutely.
So, I'm with you. I'm not preaching at you. I'm in the same boat and the same struggles. And that's why I talk about it, because I know it's affecting me. I know it's affecting you. And look, here we are on January 2nd. Let's all think about it. Let's all think about some positive things we want to change. And let's start this week. Start small. I mean, incredibly small. Do not go and say, I'm going to throw everything out of the refrigerator that's fattening. That is not going to work. That's a recipe for disaster. Add one thing positive, take away one thing negative. Just do that this week.
Yep.
That'll start your whole year.
Well, not only that, but if you do happen to go get that piece of cheese, it doesn't mean everything is gone. Tomorrow's this moment is a new start. And I think we say, well, I blew it today, I'll wait, or I know I can't do this. And then we don't. But if we just say, okay, universe said I should have that piece of cheese. It's done. It's gone. Now it's time to move on to the lettuce before it has to be rusty and thrown out.
She's right. You don't have to just say, I'll start next week or I'll start tomorrow. You can start at your next meal, right? And I do want to say this. Cheese is not bad. I have a client that literally gave me 5 pounds of cheese for helping her get rid of a ghost. And it's Dutch cheese. It's a really good cheese. And I'm telling you, those Dutch, man, they put a rind on that cheese. I thought I was going to have to go to the garage and get the Sawzall out to get the rind off. I was like, how do people do this? I mean, is there like a tool I need? Like, I need a cheese tool. But anyway, that cheese is healthy. It's organic.
It's good for you. Yeah.
I was eating this cheese that you literally called cheese food. It has no nutritional value. Everything in moderation. 5 pounds of cheese is a bit much, but it is. But I just want to, I just use that because those are some of my weaknesses, right? But, we all have them. And I think we're all in a place where we're going to bask in the sunshine. We're going to bask in our new positive attitudes. And we're going to allow new love and happiness to come to us.
Absolutely. A lot of people, I remember when I first found Ernest Holmes, who was Science of Mind, and there's a few others, Neville Goddard. And I'm not a religious person, but these people wrote these books back in the 30s that say, thoughts are things. Your thoughts are truly things. And if you think negative or you think you can't do it, then you want to prove yourself right. You don't want to be wrong. We don't like being wrong. So, I told you that would happen because your thoughts made it so. So even though it sounds almost impossible to be able to do, it is a work in progress like this clearing is. And over Christmas time, because of my diabetes, I wasn't able to eat the regular junky, lovely, wonderful chip and dip and all that stuff. But I said to myself, you know what, Allie? Is your life more important than the chip and dip? And in my case, I had to say, of course it is. That's a stupid question. But, I think we all have that happen to us. We feel like if we feel like we're being, um, somebody tells us we can't have something anymore, that we're being deprived, where there's other things we could fill those voids with. And that's very important to remember. Maybe a fruit bowl or something. The other thing I want to bring up, and this is not in my wheelhouse or Susan's, but I want you to be aware that Pluto has made its return. It takes 248 months, I'm sorry, years, for Pluto to come back to where it was on July 4th, 1776, and this is the year. We've got to be really aware of that because Pluto is hidden. There may be some uprisings. My only suggestion is you look it up, you find somebody that can explain it to you, but I want you to know it's there, but it's how we deal with it that really matters. And so if you're well armed is well prepared. So there you go. All right. And again, I don't want to sound like I am preaching either, because I certainly am not. All right. Let's see. We got a question next from Mary Sullivan. All right. I got to take all this other stuff out. Hold on. It isn't that I don't appreciate all of you thanking us for things. It just lessens the words on the page here. My husband's niece is pregnant with triplets due in July. Will everything go okay for her and her babies?
Hi, Mary. Yes, I mean, there are going to be some challenges, right? I mean, we would expect that for anybody having triplets. It's not a normal birth, right? So I do see some challenges for everybody, meaning, I think just the usual extended bed rest, maybe the baby's coming a bit early. But that's all I see right now. I don't see anything else specifically that I need to tell you about. So I would just continue wrapping the babies. They're showing me wrapping the babies in the womb with this. It's golden threads of light. Just that's a visual that you can have. And they're saying wrap around the mom's heart and then bring it down to the babies and wrap, just sort of do this wrapping with these gold threads. And then beautiful. You could also put green in there too.
Okay.
I'm not the color person. Medium Kim is the
color person, but I think those colors would really be good. Those colors are really good. Yeah. Yeah. And I certainly send a lot of love and light for her to have a pregnancy that goes effortlessly and a birth that goes flawlessly. So thank you.
So it is.
All right. We've got Shannon Hutchinson. I love what she says. Happy new beginnings. And, it isn't that you have to make resolutions. I think intentions is what you want. What do you intend for? And there's actually even a place where you could buy a bracelet that has your word for the year on it. Have you heard of that before? And it's fun. It's not too expensive, but you don't need to buy a bracelet to just be reminded to find a word that you want to use for the year. She's thinking of beginning a side career in appraisals and bringing her son in. Wonders if she's on the right path.
Hi, Shannon. It's good to see you again. I like that for you, Shannon. It feels good. It feels strong. You feel strong when I put you in that industry, in that job. You feel strong. You feel very gosh, I mean, there's another word than strong, but you feel independent. You feel, I don't know. I can't think of it. But they want you to do this. This is kind of the thing. The only caveat they have for you is get in the industry and get your feet under you really well. Get a good foundation before you bring your son in. but I do like you two working together. I think that your son has a little bit of a different personality, a little bit of a different skill set than you do. I mean, I think you guys get along really well, but I think that you'll find that he's going to be better at one thing and you're going to be better at another thing, and that's okay. So embrace that. But they're saying just for you to get your foundation, get the business up and running with your foundation first, because if you're trying to think about trying to lift a balloon off the ground, a hot air balloon. With one person in it, it's a lot easier to get lift. With two people in it, it takes a lot more effort to get that thing off the ground, right? So why not get one person up in the air doing well and then send the ladder back down for the other person? Okay, so that's the only caveat they have to say. But it's strong. It's strong for you. I like it. I really appraisals.
You got to be careful, Shannon, because I think working with your son probably is a good idea. I know when an appraiser came to my house, oh no, that was a building inspector. That's a different thing. I was thinking they were up on the roof. They were under the house.
No, they just
not that. Okay.
Appraisers
just walk around and find comparables. Yeah.
But it's interesting that you said that, Allie, because I think you were picking up on something psychically, because I also see her at a building site.
Okay.
I also see her at a building site wearing now she's not a construction person,
right?
But she's wearing a hard hat, and it's as if she's inspecting it or doing something. Now she's not. I don't think Shannon. I think Shannon would be fine doing all that stuff, but I don't know what it is. I'm also seeing that, Shannon. I don't know if you've thought about doing project management of like construction sites or something, or but I do see that as well. I don't know why, but I did have that vision, and I think that's what you're picking up on, Allie.
Okay. Because I know that, no offense, I just know that if I was doing it, of course, at my age, I wouldn't want to be up on the roof and under where all the mice are and all that stuff. You find a young man that can do that, or a young woman that can do that, But yeah, maybe that's what it is. Thanks, Susan. That's wonderful.
Thank you, Allie. Thank you, Shannon.
Yes, thanks for the question, Shannon. For those of you in the chat asking questions, my apologies to you, but I must tell you that on my community board every week, I have a place where you can leave questions. We go from that because it's too difficult to answer all the questions in the chat. I apologize. We can't do that for you. Sometimes if we have room at the end, we might be able to take a question or so, but it's really, we usually keep this structured pretty much at the hour 15 minutes, something like that. So thank you. Thank you again. But I do want to, Alicia Trillo is asking, please, for all Reiki healing, sinus pressure, mild headache. For all of you Reiki people out there, myself included, I will work on that this afternoon for you. Thank you very much. Okay, we got Dusty Rose. Something that's puzzled and confused her. Why did my ex-husband show up in a reading saying I was an alcoholic? Not news to me. And why did my mother help him, though knowing he was the last person I'd ever want near? I don't know. It could be could it be the reader? I don't know.
Well, I mean,
if the guy comes through,
we just bring in who comes in.
You just bring in who comes through.
And we don't know that you don't. I mean, unless you tell us in the beginning that the last person we're going to talk to is this person. But it seems a little sly, does it not? That her mother came through first, and then sort of what she's saying is the mother came first and then brought in her ex-husband through. That was a little bit of a sly maneuver there, which I think is why Dusty Rose is very psychic. I mean, she is crazy psychic, you guys. She's very, very talented. So I think they were just trying to give you that message. You know what I mean? Maybe. About maybe the alcohol. And I think that just came through, and you're puzzled as to why. I think they wanted to give you that message. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, if he was trying to mend fences, it seems like he would not have mentioned something so
vital. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so sensitive, right? I mean, I mean, if nothing else, I think he was trying to either get a dig in on you or trying to help you by saying, look, this is still a problem that we would like for you to look at, right? So
Well,
also, girlfriend, if it's been bugging you for 7 years,
Yeah.
it got under your skin, didn't it? It got under your skin. So there's still a message there that's relevant to you. If it wasn't relevant, you would have forgotten about it. You would never have
true.
It never would have made any impression.
Niggling. It's a niggle. It's a niggle. Yeah.
So
I would suggest
that's
a
something to think about.
ceremony, Dusty. Do a ceremony. Yeah, I didn't mean to imply that the reader was not a good reader. I don't want you to think that. I was just thinking that sometimes different readers pick up different things from the same person. I've seen that happen before. And again, yes, it's, as Susan says, it's what they hear, what they feel, what's brought through. So I don't want anybody to think I'm bashing on any reader. It's under your skin and you need to release it. So my suggestion is to write him a letter. I know he's dead. Write him a letter as though he's alive, or either that or do a meditation and release him and tell him you don't have any interest in hearing from him again. And if possible, you could burn the letter or whatever, but make it a ceremony, a releasing ceremony, and send it up and send it away, or put it on a balloon and let it fly out into the sunset.
Your mom. Yeah. We need to do a lot of releasing. Releasing is really important. In this case, Dusty, I think you need to, it's in you. The thing is stuck in you, not in him. It's not about, so how do you release it in you?
So the mother asked your ex-husband first, or you first?
Mom asked her, I think mom asked, can I bring the ex-husband in? I think.
Okay. Yep.
And that's how they knew the mom did it.
I get it. Oh, Karen, it's only balloons, metaphorically. Yeah.
But that's a good point.
It is a good point, though. Yes. Don't put
it is metaphorical. Yeah. It's not real. I guess when you said burn it, that she assumed that, it was not metaphorical. Okay.
Right. Well, that's true, because that means you're physically doing it. True. Or you can do it in your brain. I mean, it's up to you. Make it into little tiny pieces and throw it away, whatever. Yeah.
Your intention is what's important.
That's right. And I'm sorry. Yes, it's my day to have a lot of faux pas. So my apologies.
No, you were just, it was fine. It's just the way it came out. And I'm glad we made the clarification.
Yes, absolutely. I don't want anybody to.
Yeah, none of us I picked up a balloon in my neighborhood. I have no idea where it came from. Right. So nobody likes balloons anymore.
Absolutely. All right. We got Stacy Starr. Thank you for the question. I hope you can get rid of that energy, Dusty. I do.
Let it go. Forgive yourself and move on.
That's right. I just got out of bed. Bad relationship. I left everything behind. Never thought at my age I'd be starting over. Boy, have I done that before. And I think so has Susan. What do you see for her at the beginning of 2022?
I feel like your angels and guides are so happy for you. You're another one, Stacy, who's incredibly strong. You are resilient, they're saying. They're telling, I feel like right now that's why you're asking the question, right? You're looking big. You're like, all of 2022 is ahead of me. And you really want to do broad ideas. But what they're really saying is this: instead of doing that, let's bring our attention back to today. What can I do today that will get me a little bit further along? And again, little tiny steps. Maybe today I just do something nice for myself, or what do they want you to do? Okay, Stacy. So you've got some friends, dear. You've got friends, but unfortunately, you've got friends that you can trust and friends that you can't trust. And at this point, you're feeling like you have to rely on all of them because you sort of need everybody's help right now. You're very empathic. You know which ones you can't trust. Take that to the bank. If you think I can't trust this friend to help me, take it to the bank. It's true. Now, they're not going to steal from you necessarily, or it's just that it's not a solid footing right? You want to be able to step. You want somebody to give you a leg up. And when you step in their hands to get a leg up, it falls down. They let you down. Okay. So the best advice is pay attention to your, if you don't have these people, I promise you, you do, or they're coming into your life. Okay. Pay attention to these people and really discern the ones that can help you and the ones that can't. Number one. Number two, ask for help. You're terrible for asking for help. You don't like asking for help. You'd rather walk a mile with no shoes than to ask somebody to give you a pair of their shoes. Ask for help. We can't always do all this on our own. This is part of your lesson here on earth, is to trust sometimes, is to discern. Wow, this person did me a favor. I know you'll repay those favors 1,000-fold. I know you're that person. But you are going to have to get help. You are going to have to be able to trust, okay? And there are going to be some people that let you down. And sadly, these people that let you down are the people that shouldn't let you down. Like the people maybe you've known for a long time, or maybe your kids. Those are the people, I'm sorry, that might let you down. I don't want that. When that happens, I don't want that to derail you, okay? I don't want you to just be like, that's it. I've got to walk a mile in barefoot. That's not the lesson here. Remember what the lesson is. The lesson is discerning. These people are not going to help me out for whatever reason. Let's not get stuck in why. Let's not go there, because that's a waste of energy and time. They're not going to help you find. That's their choice at this time. Refocus. This person has offered to help me. I'm going to get help from them. Sometime later, you can think about why they let you down or why they didn't help you. You can mull that over until the day you die. You're never going to know, because you're not in their shoes and you're not that person. You would never let somebody down. So you're never going to know the answer to that question. So stop trying to figure it out. Just move on, get help from the people that can help you. And what do they want you to do? Look out the windshield. You're looking in the rearview mirror. Nothing back there for you. If you keep looking back there, you're going to crash your car. Look in the windshield and just keep one foot in front of another.
Yep. That's why horses have those blinders when they're running, so they can't see what's behind them, but what's beside them either, so that they can focus just on the goal. Absolutely. Wonderful. Thank you, Susan.
I hope that helps, dear. I know you're in the chat. We wish the best for you. Honey, if you want what's best for you, Spirit gives it to you. Remember what Ali said. Thoughts are things. Thoughts become real. Your thoughts become real.
Yep.
No, we have got to watch what we think. We've really got to watch what we think for the next 30 days. I'm telling you. You're either digging a ditch to, the best place you can ever imagine, or the worst place with your thoughts.
So sending you good positive vibes, Stacy, and thank you.
Yes, dear. Because you got this. I see positivity for you. I see it coming. It's there. It's there. Yep. All you have to do is allow.
Okay. Thank you, Carla. Very nice of you. Thank you. This is Squadio data, MJ, and it came up backwards. So let me fix that. She has come to learn that angels on December 15th, that her brother had been removed from life support far, far away.
I'm sorry.
And had his, let's see, I got to go backwards. Sorry.
That's all right.
Had his a profound, vivid, and amazing experience is what she had when this happened. They seem to have been looking for or finding me when I realized what I was seeing. Were they my angels? Were they sent to comfort me?
Yes, dear. Yes, that has happened to me one time when a friend, way before I accepted my abilities. So yes, those angels. So that happened a few hours after your brother had been removed from life support. I believe that was your brother. I mean, I think your brother was escorted by angels. I think he had angelic energy around him. And I think that he was making the rounds of his family, which is very easy to do. Once you're crossed over, you can travel anywhere, right? So I think he was coming as a goodbye to you. I think he visited a lot of people and some places. I don't know. This is so weird, but he's showing me visiting like a graveyard. Like I don't not, and I know that doesn't make any sense because he doesn't need to do that. But all I can say is our human consciousness, we're still thinking like humans. And it's almost like he visited the graveyard to say goodbye to somebody as if he would when he was alive, right? Not realizing, I don't think yet, that he's going to see them on the other side. So, but he is showing me that's one of the places that he went to visit. So yes, I believe that was your brother, and your brother's surrounded by angels coming to visit you to say how much he loves you and goodbye for now. Goodbye for now.
Wonderful. I had a conversation with her sort of on that thread, and she said that so much for her has moved because of the community, because of all the things that, you know, she's been exposed to here. And so her ability to have this happen to her, she believes, has escalated. And that's why she, yeah. So well, I'm happy for you. Very happy for you. Yes. Thank you. All right. And I'm sorry for your loss as well, MJ.
I am. It's terrible. I'm so sorry. It's so hard to lose someone
it
when
is.
you're so far away. You know, you're hopelessly far away. You can't get there. You can't do anything. It's just terribly
That's
hard.
right.
And
so
in the
they
middle
did come
of
to
the
you.
pandemic, it's even
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So we have Anna Banana, who is Micah. I keep hearing the name, sometimes as if in my head, and other times externally as if called. Ooh, you must be clairaudient.
Yes, you're clairaudient. That's psychic hearing, by the way.
Yeah.
Let me ask them about this.
Okay.
You're hearing Micah. I'm hearing Mika. My eye. Who is Micah? Huh. Okay. Let me double check. I need to double check. This is a time where we have to be extremely discerning. Really discerning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So what I did is I asked my guides, and I have one guide, a newer guide that's sort of like my bouncer / enforcer. And I asked him to look into Micah's energy to sort of make sure that this is a good energy, right? So I feel like this is kind of trippy. It's a little bit trippy, you know, you guys, with the veil thinning between the worlds. I'm going to be saying trippier things, and you guys are going to be seeing and experiencing trippier things. Okay, so that's just the way it is. This Micah person, it's an energy. This is an energy. They're not really a guide. They're not exactly a guide to you, but they are an interstellar energy. I just heard interstellar energy. That is an energy that you have known and you've been with, and you have maybe, you know, a soul connection to, an energetic soul connection to in some other existence. And they're kind of calling you. They're trying to get your attention. They're trying to, they're calling you. They're trying to get your attention. Now, why are they trying to give your attention? Because you're having an awakening. You're having a spiritual awakening.
That's what I got.
And that's what's happening here. But you need to make sure clairaudient is a problem sometimes, because when you hear things, you assume it's God. You assume it's your angels, your guides. That's not a good assumption to make. Anybody can talk to you. Anybody. So you really need to be discerning about answering. You don't want to just start talking to people. Okay. I don't want you to do that. So what I want you to do is meditate. I want you to meditate. I want you to go into your heart space and not necessarily talk to Micah. I want you to talk to all that is God, whatever it is for you. I want you to start getting that feeling of love and that kind of thing. And then once you get used to having that feeling of love, of whatever that feels for you, then if you bring Micah in and Micah matches that vibration, rock on. But we have to find a way to be discerning. We have to find a way to not just use our clairvoyance or even our claircognizance or our brain and think this is okay. It's all about clairsentience. It's all about feeling, psychic feeling, because that's vibration. They can't dupe us in the vibration area. Okay. So Micah is someone that's trustworthy to talk to, but I just a little bit worried that you don't have enough vibratory experience to really do that so safely. So, proceed with
protect yourself. Right. Go in with a protection prayer and protect yourself. Absolutely.
Wayne says, meditation, blah, I have trouble meditating. Look, I have trouble meditating. Nobody here. We're not gurus. We're not sitting on the mountain meditating about, nothing. It's a struggle. It's a struggle for all of us. Yeah. It's not easy for me to meditate. I listen to guided meditations, but I'm going to tell you guys, look, we have free will. You can go through the rest of your life never meditating again. It's completely up to you. But if you want to talk to your spirit guides, if you want to understand why things are happening to you, you can start off with cards. You can start off with a pendulum. But at some point, you're going to also want to sort of have an interaction with them in a different way. That's where we're going as a human.
If you're interested, like you say, you can sit here or not. Yeah. I just want to bring this up because Carla said, last night she had an intense wave of energy, so strong she wondered if she was still alive. And I said, your vibration is just going, girl, and so, yes. And what Susan said, it's going to be different messages that might come through with this intense energy. And we just have to be willing to discern for ourselves. And that's the way you can do it, is the way that she explained it. So.
And we are getting energy upgrades. You are getting energy upgrades. That's part of your spiritual awakening. So
now she says she dreamt of a alien last month. So maybe that is the guy coming through. This Mike.
There you go.
Yep. Absolutely. Yep. Anyway. Okay. Thank you for the question. I'm going to say, Barbara Wheel, if you are in the chat, I need the names of your parents. If you can please give me that, so that Susan and I can talk about that. In the meantime, Vivian is asking what her guides are. Hold on. Want her to know. Wildflower Wind, yes, I'm very dizzy. I can't get up I'm very dizzy all the time.
Ground. So, you guys need to ground.
When
you're dizzy like that, it means your crown chakra is up there. So you just need to kind of bring your energy back down into Mother Gaia. So, and that's why we gain weight too. Psychics gain weight because we're trying to ground ourselves, because eating is grounding.
Okay.
True story. Before I started this trip, one of my mentors said, you're going to gain weight because you're going to try to ground yourself. So if you're aware of that, try grounding yourself by walking in nature, holding nature. I mean, if it's too cold to walk barefoot in grass, you can always put your hands on a tree. You can meditate. You can hold grounding crystals. There's so many ways to ground, right? One of the quick ways they talk about is 5 senses. 5 things I see, 5 things I hear, 5 things I smell, 5 things, I taste, right? So by connecting to your 5 senses and noting 5 things each one, it grounds you to earth, to your surroundings.
So my Reiki teacher is here in the chat, and she said, please ground yourself, Allie, because you're flying. I said, thank you. I will.
Yeah, that's right. You're flying. You're a little top heavy, right? Think about it like that.
Today? Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So I'm sorry. Spirit guides and guardian angel want me to know about 2022. I'm getting, I don't know if I should share. See, this is a problem with doing these publicly, but I'm really getting that you might have a little bit of a letdown in 2022. I feel like there's somebody who might come out and be not the person that you thought they were, that might let you down. But then I will say this: forewarned is forearmed, right? I feel like if I at least have a heads up, I can sort of be on the lookout for signs, right? For just, you're an empathic person. Pay attention when people, Maya Angelou says, when people show you who they are, believe them. That's my message for you. If you're getting messages from people in your life that they're not supporting you, they're not happy for you, right? They should be happy for you when things happen. When they're not happy for you, they're not on your team, regardless of who they are. If they're not on your team, then they don't want what's best for you. And then that's not really nice, right? So there is that coming for you. I got to tell you, I'm sorry to give you that information, but I have to just tell you what they're telling me. But I will say this: it's a surface. I don't know why they're saying this, but it's like a minor cut. They're saying it's just a minor cut. Like, you're not going to lose your arm. Golly. So it's not that bad, right? It hurt. Paper cuts hurt, right?
Yeah.
Paper cuts hurt worse than just about anything. So it feels like that. It feels like, wow, that hurt. But in reality, it was just a paper cut, a surface cut. So I think
blessing in disguise. That's right.
It is true. Listen, when we figure these people out, we're able to sort of push them back, eliminate them, or move through and really have a much better life. So having said that, I feel like all of this is going to be over by midsummer, maybe by the fall, and you're going to have a great, you have the potential. One last thing. Don't focus on them. Even if they've cut you, do not give your focus to them. Because when you turn your focus toward them, you're not seeing all the beautiful things Spirit has lined up for you. So, you get this owie, you put a Band-Aid on it, and then you just don't focus on them. You focus on what Spirit has coming to you, because Spirit has lined up some beautiful things for you. And I think that's why they wanted to give you this message, so that you would know when this happens to remember these words. Don't focus on them. Move through it. Move past it. You can release them. You can forgive them. You can forgive whatever. Do the whole Ho'oponopono prayer, the Hawaiian forgiveness prayer, and just keep going forward, because Spirit's got beautiful things coming for you, okay?
Absolutely. It's all in how you view it, without being pie in the sky sort of person. I look at the positive side, that kind of thing. It really does matter if you can forgive and move on, or if you can just see it as a part of the bigger plan. It helps you to get through it much easier. So,
but absolutely. I do want to say that I'm not saying that she's acting as a victim.
No,
that is great advice, Andrea, but I don't see her acting as a victim. I simply see her looking at the person like, what in the world is the matter with you? Like surprise. Like, have you lost your ever-loving mind? What's the matter with more like, what just happened? Somebody just tell me what happened, right? Like that kind of thing. Like, when you're so surprised that somebody's done you wrong.
Someone just done you wrong.
And you just want to be like, did I make up what just happened? Did that just happen? You know what I mean? Like, you need to process it. And I feel like he's looking.
It's almost as though you don't know if you can believe anything anymore.
She's trying to make sense of it. In this particular case, she's trying to make, I should have said that, she's trying to make sense of it. Why would this person do this to me? But I guess what Andrea's picking up on is, if you keep looking that way, you do become the victim, right? If you keep trying to focus on it, you do
on that part of it,
slide into that victim mode, and then you're stuck. When you're in a victim mode, you're not moving any direction. Okay. So Andrea has a very good point, but I just wanted to clarify that initially she's not in the victim mode. I think she can move through it, and I hope that she does. And I'm sorry that I even had to share that with you, because it's
what?
There's a lot of
there's a lot of people that need to hear that message, including myself. So thank you. It's very important. I really think those messages come through to help more than just one person. So
I'm sure it resonates with all of us,
All of
us. And read the Soul Contracts book, Soul Contracts by Danielle McKinnon. repeating patterns. It's all in there. And Jen of Jen's World does a class on soul contracts to help you go through and figure out. Now, not for you, Anna Banana, because I think this is out of the blue. Really, that's a part of the problem. Because this is out of the blue for her. It's just like,
well, no, this is Vivian. I'm sorry, this is Vivian.
Oh, Vivian. Yeah. Vivian. Yeah. I'm sorry, Vivian. For Vivian, it's out of the blue. But for the rest of us, if you have repeating bad relationships, soul contracts for sure.
And we do keep getting them even in different ways until we get the message, until we learn the lesson. And it sucks to keep repeating it. But you know what history is. It's just a series of repetitions. All right. So let's hope Melinda Salinas' guides have something to say that isn't so. Thank you for your question, Vivian, by the way. And thank you.
All the best to you, dear. All the best to you. All right, Melinda. What's going on, Melinda? What's going on with Melinda? Ooh, all right. Okay, quite a few different things coming in here all at once. Is there a new baby coming? Is there a new grandbaby or a new baby in your life? I mean, it may even be like a niece or a nephew, but I feel like there's some kind of baby coming this next year. And then other than that, I mean, that's not a big part of your life. It's just a little celebratory thing. And then other than that, I'm feeling travel. I'm feeling travel for you. I'm feeling actually you going towards California, San Diego, Southern California. I'm feeling summer. I'm feeling palm trees. I don't know where you live. Maybe you live in San Diego. But I'm feeling a pull towards that. I don't see you living there. If you're living there now, then you're not living there. But I do see energy around that area for you. Again, back in California again, I see you in Lake Tahoe. I don't know. You just are doing some traveling. You heard that already. You heard get ready. Oh no, that's Mark. I'm sorry. Melinda, does that make sense for you? I think you're in the chat.
Yeah, you are, Melinda. Does anything Susan said make any sense for you here?
You're going to be, oh, wow, that's great.
She lives in Fort Worth.
Okay. Yeah, you're going to be doing some traveling. You're happy. I see you being, the best thing I can tell you is you're happy. I think you like to do a little bit of traveling. I think that maybe you're going to SeaWorld or Disney World or something like that. Anyway, embrace. They're telling me to tell you to embrace. It seems like there could there be a possibility? Okay, I don't know. It has to do with water. It has to do with sea life, like dolphins. That's why I thought about SeaWorld, San Diego. Maybe you're going to do snorkeling or charter fishing, or I don't know. But they're telling me to tell you to embrace something. Embrace something new. Embrace happiness, travel. Allow all these things to come to you.
Wonderful. Well, I'm jealous. Enjoy.
Well, let's make it happen for us too.
All right. I said to Keith last night, I want to go to London. I just want to go to London. I just love, so that's what I'm going to try to work on.
Okay. There it is. You just spoke it into existence.
I just spoke it into existence. That's right. All right. Thank you for your question. And this is from Vita Phoenix. I don't remember hearing from her before, so I welcome and thank you for your question. She's got a new grandson on the way. Her daughter-in-law is 5 months pregnant. Does he have a message? I guess the baby for us. That's an interesting question.
That is an interesting question. Get ready. I just heard get ready.
Get ready.
I'm not getting a lot of messages from him. Just to get ready. I see a lot of, I don't know why he's showing me formula and diapers. And I feel like this is a change. I don't know if your your daughter-in-law has had other kids, or maybe there's been a break in the children, like she hasn't had a child in a few years, but I feel like there's a change in routine. that comes with him. I love his energy. I think his energy is really cute. And there's just something new coming with him. But yeah, everything is fine. I don't have any messages particularly from him other than that.
Uh-huh. Probably can't wait to get out of that tight quarters, but you never know. Sometimes I think they like it better in there. It's a lot
He's
warmer.
doing pretty well, actually. He's quite happy. He eats like no
A king.
tomorrow. I mean, that kid is eating. Yeesh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you for your question, Vita Phoenix, and congratulations on your first grandson coming in. Hopefully, our COVID waves will be all over because it will be the spring and the summer, and you know what that means. You'll have a much better chance of traveling and being with your baby. Yeah. All right, Patty Palmer. Patty finally manifested herself a house. I think that's fabulous. And now she still is wondering about her daughter, Susan. She still apparently cannot see her children. So just some any information. Well, thank you, Catherine Chittick. That's very
Thank
nice
you,
of you.
dear. Yes. It's rigged. I mean, they just told me it's rigged. The system is rigged. The power quotient is rigged, meaning, you know, the power, a balance of power is rigged. I'm not going to say that you're never going to see them or she's never going to see them. I'm just saying that it seems to be right now, as I'm reading the energy right now, the power is not balanced. Now, I think there is a female judge, a female. It might be a lawyer. There's a female coming in who's really like scrappy. You know what I mean? Who's scrappy, like a fighter, who's sharp, who feels the injustice of it. You know what I mean? That this isn't just another client. This is like a cause celebre. You know, this is like she's really going to get behind this, and she's really going to go. She's going to go back over the case and bring up all these points where the wrong thing was done. So it's almost like she's retrying the case, like she's going to go back over it and shine light. Now, when does this person come in?
I know that we've told her before it was going to take some time, and I know time is hard to discern.
Time is hard, and this is good. I mean, this is a new thing. I hadn't gotten this before. I don't remember my readings anyways. I don't remember anything. I'm sorry, but I feel like something is going to happen in May. I feel like a big bump of energy in May, and then another big bump of energy in August. So whatever happens in March, April, May. So whatever starts happening, let's say in March, again, you're going to be lifted up with this activation energy too. We're all going to feel more energy. You're just going to feel more energy. Take advantage of it because it doesn't last forever. So make hay while the sun shines, right? So what she can start, your daughter can start once again putting messages out for help, to legal aid, just talk about it to different people, because that's how you can do it, is you tell somebody, oh, my daughter's going through this thing, it's really terrible, and that person gets incensed. They call their daughter-in-law, who's an attorney, right? I mean, that's kind of how I see it happening. It's kind of like this person tells this person, tells this person. So start talking about it. For sure, start talking about it in the spring, because there's a big bump of energy in May and another one in August. So I think things are going to start moving.
Good.
Towards the right way.
We send you lots of love and love to Susan, Patty, and hope that this moves along for you so you're able to see these children. Thank you. Thank you to the troll zappers. We had a bot in there and they got rid of it like a team, and I can't thank you enough. And Ron's a good teacher. Now the girls are really with it, figuring out where the trolls and the bots
Ron
are.
is the troll zapper
Right?
extraordinaire.
Yes, but
He's like,
Vivian did it this time, and Beth reported it. So everybody's doing a great job. Thank you.
thank you
Thank you.
guys. Good
Yeah.
job.
I just brought this up because
Is-
Dawn, it isn't really a thing for us. It's more of an explanation she needs. And I don't know that everybody can audibly hear. It isn't, do we all have the ability to have Claire? I didn't think so. So it
No.
might be another Claire could be used. Yes. Okay.
So we have all the clairs, the psychic clairs.
Right.
You know, Clair, Claire means clear in French. So, you know, some of us have clairsentience, which is feeling. Some of us have clairvoyance, which is seeing. Some of us claircognizance, which is knowing. Some of us have clairaudience, which is hearing. And there's a few others like taste and smell. But the most common is clairsentience, and probably claircognizance, then clairseeing. Clairaudience, clear hearing, psychic hearing is probably one of the least common ones. And even though I'm very clairaudient, that's not my primary way of talking to them. So, and also you should be noted that as we work through our abilities, you know, we have energy downloads and things like that. One week you might be claircognizant, then next month you're clairvoyant. You know, so the clairs move around. Your abilities change depending on what's going on with your body, right? So now the best way to speak with your guides, if you want to get going, she gets smells, right? Clairalliance is a smelling. When you smell cigarette smoke and there's nobody in the house but you know, and that happens. It doesn't mean, let me say this, it doesn't mean that you can't ever be audient, psychic hearing once or twice. It doesn't mean that you are clairaudient. It means that's how they got through to you. So the same as smelling, right? We all have all the senses. It's just what is our primary, I guess I should say. Now, to talk to your guides, use oracle cards because they really do talk to you. Ask every day. I did a video on this. If you go to Susan Lynn Medium on YouTube, I have a lot of free videos. You can see a video on talking to your spirit guides. There's several. If you go to the playlist at the top, you can literally choose the playlist and find a whole playlist on speaking to your spirit guides. But you can use the cards. You can use your pendulum. You know, you always create a safety circle around you, which is something you can also learn on YouTube. But hopefully that helps.
Yeah. Thank you for the question because it really answers for a lot of people. And yes, and I also, for me, sometimes I hear songs or I see a sign, a real sign, or I'll turn the page and something will speak to me. And I know that that's not from me, that's from them. And so, you know, once you get used to that, all the different ways you can do it, then you feel more comfortable when that message comes that, oh, this must be a message for me. I need to think about that message.
Thank you for mentioning that. That is so important. That's how they talk to you in your daily life. You stare at something and you're kind of locked eyes on it. That's them pointing it out to you. Somebody says something to you and you think, wow, that really hit me. That's your guides working through them. That's really good, Allie. Thank you for reminding me.
Oh, sure. Of course. No problem. I have one more question for this week. I don't know if we can answer it because I couldn't get the woman to give me the names of the parents, but we can try. But before we end today, I just want to thank everybody. Thank you, Nancy Leonard, as well, for your donation. Thank you to the wonderful moderators that we have and to all of the people here that are helping others in the chat, like Andrea and you know, Marg, anybody else that was in there that was offering their thoughts. And I want to thank the new people that have come. And please know that you can ask questions by putting it on my board. So I'm going to put this out there and see if you can come up with anything for Barbara Wheel. But if not, then Barbara, you need to let us know what is mom and dad's name and put it back up if you don't get what your answer is. Thank you, Dusty Rose. Thank you, dear. Wow.
Thank you, Dusty. Really appreciate it, dear. I just want to say, Deb Marsh, who says she's been pulling an Oracle card for over 70 days. God bless, man.
Good
Wow.
for her.
Gold
Wow.
star, gold star.
Gold star is right. You wanted
when
30
you-
and she's 2.5 months now.
When you get those repeats, honey, that's a lesson. You're
That's a
not,
lesson.
you're not quite getting to it, right? You're not quite learning the lesson. These lessons are buried, they're blocked from us, they're in our blind spot. There's a reason for that. When you have something bad happen to you, you just want to block it, don't you? And you don't want to ever see it again. So these lessons hide in our blind spot. So when you have those repeating cards, that's just calling your attention. There's something more for you to know.
Yeah. I love, though, that she's done this so long, because now she knows those repeating cards and what they are. And so, yeah, she can get the message. Oh, wow. I got goosebumps. Okay.
Yeah. Deb, you're amazing. That beats me. I'm telling you, that's amazing. Congratulations.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. I just had to say something when I saw that. I was like, wow, we have a star among us.
We do. Yeah. She said she'll go back and take a look at them. That's good.
Yes, I'm glad. Yes. Just, close your eyes and say, what do I need to know about this? What do I need to know about this card? And the first thing, the very fleeting little tiny first thing, just write it down. Don't think about it, because once you think about it, your connection is severed.
Yeah, I know.
And then just write down whatever comes to mind, people's names, dates, times, whatever. And then think about it later even. You know what I mean? Just then, we're not funny. I'm being serious, girlfriend. If I had a gold star, I'd give it to you. Okay. So let's see. Barbara Wheel, her parents. I don't guess she's in chat right now.
No, I've been trying to reach her.
That's okay. That's okay. I mean, things happen. The people that I'm seeing coming in are very loving. They're together, which means they had a close relationship. They seem like my grandmother's era, like my my dad was quite a bit older when he had me, so I'm talking about an older era, like someone who was born.
Thank you, camera girl.
Maybe I don't know. I can't tell you. All I can see is I see older people who look like this photo was taken in the 60s or 70s. But they were old in the 60s and 70s. So not the bell bottoms, not that kind of stuff at all. They look like grandparents in the 60s and 70s. So I don't know why I'm seeing that. I don't know. Without you here, Barbara, what happens is I could be talking to your grandparents, right? Not your parents.
Right, not your parents.
I can't exactly discern. And also, when your energy isn't here with me, it's harder for me to bring them in, because I have to just connect with you wherever you are now. I don't have someone to connect with. So anyway, I feel that they're sending you love. I feel like they're not talkative people. They don't seem to be like, talkative people. They seem to be kind of a little bit not shy at all, but just a little bit on the more reserved side, just not yabbering. And so they just send their love. I just feel like they're holding hands and they're looking at you and sending love.
Wow. I got the same. My mother used to say that you don't talk in public and air your dirty linen, whatever. And so that's just that generation. So it's like us, oh no, this is too public. That's what I sensed when you were saying that as well. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Like reserved and, happy, definitely happy, smiling,
Absolutely. Maureen, I'm sorry. We do take questions on the community board. If you go to Heart and Soul Connected community board, and we have a place for you to take questions, and we'll do it next Sunday. We're here at 10 o'clock my time. What is it? 12 o'clock your time, Susan?
12 o'clock Central.
Yeah, and 1 o'clock Eastern time every Sunday. And we just love to answer the questions that you have for us, but we cannot do it in the chat because it's just too busy. So Thank you. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to, again, Happy New Year. Make it a good one. Set your intentions. Don't kick yourself in the butt. Be nice to yourself. And lots of love. Lots of love from both of us.
Lots
We'll
of
see you
love,
later.
everybody.
Yeah. Make
Thanks
sure you
for
check
joining
out
us.
Susan's channel and all of her videos that are there and available to watch that talk about a lot of these things that can give you clarity and good teaching. So thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Allie.
All right. You're welcome. Bye-bye, everybody.